Hello and welcome to this short video. And inside this video, I want to talk about how you can assess yourself to know if you qualify to go to Canada. Now, I've been talking about Canada for a very long time now, and I've recommended a lot of programs and useful um, tools that will help you. So, but in today's video, I want to show you how you can assess yourself and know where you fall in line to. And the reason why I'm doing this is to also let you understand why you need to take your, most especially your IELTS, much more serious than ever before. So, right on this page, when you go to the CIC website, you can be able to come to the CRS2, which is a comprehensive ranking system, so that you can be able to assess yourself based on what you want to do. So I'm going to show you how important um, your IELTS result is and why you should take it more serious. So we're going to take the case of a man who is married in filling this application. So he's married with is married and taking his wife or husband along along to relocate to Canada. So we're going to use the basic application of what everybody has, and we're now going to look at the changes that can be done to boost it such that it can also be able to fly either for the express entry program or the provincial or whichever one that it is that you're interested in. So let's go right ahead and fill this assessment form. So what is your marital status? Married. And is your spouse or common law a citizen or permanent resident in Canada? No, because you're both in Nigeria. Will your spouse come with you to Canada? Yes. So this is for you. You're married. How old are you? So let's just use the age of 35. When you use 35, so you also need to keep in mind that the younger you are, the higher your score that you are going to get. So what is your level of education? Now, level of education, we're going to use a bachelor's degree. I'll still talk more about that later on. Have you earned a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate? No. Official language, are your results less than 2 years old? That's your IELTS result. So you take yes, that the results are less than 2 years old. Now, once you write your IELTS exam, it's only valid for 2 years. After 2 years, it expires, and you need to write another one. But you can write it as many times as possible, even within 2 years, to get your first score. Which language test did you take for your first or official language? That's the IELTS English. So they have English and they also have French. So even though that you can speak French, it's also a plus for you. You can go and write the exam for French and make your findings for that. But here we are talking about IELTS. So enter your score. Now we're going to use a score of 6. So let's say speaking 6, listening 6, reading 6, writing 6. So we're going to be using this score to look at what we have. So do you have any other language results? No. Work experience. In the last 10 years, how many work experience do you have in Canada? None. In the last 10 years, how many total years of foreign experience, that is, how many work experience do you have in Nigeria? That's 3 years or more. Do you have a certificate of qualification from a Canadian province? So this one is if this one is not peculiar to you, so it's mostly 0. No. Do you have a valid job offer supported by a labor market impact assessment? No. Do you have a nomination certificate from a province or territory? No. Now, for this one, if you want to pick yes, it means that probably you have somebody in a province like Manitoba that is ready to um, help you through the process. You get so, but it's mostly no. And do you have a spouse that have at least living in Canada and is so this one is because of this previous question that they have this. So this one too, no. If you have a brother or sister or cousin, you can see blood, adoption, marriage that is related to you and in Canada, then you can be able to pick that. What is the highest level of education for which your spouse has earned a Canadian degree or education credential assessment? So if it's your wife, what level does your wife have? So we are also going to use a bachelor's degree. And in the last 10 years, how many years of skilled work in Canada? So this one is in Canada, none. Did your spouse take a language test? If so, yes. Now, if your partner does, if you're a married person and you are the only one writing the exam and your wife does not write the exam, you have a lower score. So your wife needs to write the exam too. So we are also going to give the wife 6. So this is just so you're not going to calculate the score. So when we look at the score here, the total score here is 304. Now you can see here that the score here is 304. Now let's come to last expression to draw. So the last expression to draw, I think that's going to check it. Let's look at the score. Okay. I'm trying to check the score so that okay, no. Last expression to score Canada 20 April. I think the last one was in March. Okay, latest figure. Let's check here. All right, so you can see here the lowest score was 455. Wow, this is actually the lowest. If you remember, I told you my mail, the last mail I sent to you, I said the score would definitely drop. And here you can see that as at April 16th, the score is 455. Now, the score for March, the last score that came out was 478. And right now here you can see 455. So the scores are dropping. So in the next few months, these scores will be dropping and it will be favorable for a whole lot of people that are applying during this period. So it's best for you to plan towards it. So now the last score is 455. Now, but when you come here, you are seeing field score. So how can you boost your score here to be able to get into this program? To be able to be able to get into the express entry program. Now, majority of what you've already put in here, there is really nothing you can do to change them. You can't change your age. You can't lie about your age. Yeah, you can't lie about your age. You can't lie about your degree. Though you can go ahead and increase your degree. Like for if you have a BSc, you can go for a master's. That would increase your total points. And the one that can also help is also your IELTS score. Now, what I'm going to do right now is you can see here we have 304. Now we're going to come back to your IELTS here and increase the score from 6 to 8. 8, reading 8, right? So we're also going to change the white score to also 8. I think I'm going to come to calculate your score. So let's look at how much more it has improved. From 304, now can you see? From 304, it went straight to 410. So that's like how many? That's already 410. It went up by 106 points just by taking your IELTS extremely serious to have the highest point possible. And this is the reason why you need to take your IELTS serious and you need to study it so much so that you can have that score. And that's also one of the reasons why a lot of people have to repeat the exam, because they don't want to apply like that. They want to have the highest score. That's why you see people saying that they are writing it 3 times, 5 times, even as high as 9 times that they are writing this IELTS exam, because they know that them having the highest point, it gives them a whole lot of points that they can't get. So, and this is the reason why the IELTS is very, very important for you. So you can see it went up for 304 to 410. Now, even though it's at 410, it's still not up to the Federal Express entry of 455. It's still not up to the Federal Express entry of 455. So what do you have to do? So what can you change again from the CRS score? Now, if you opt that, okay, now that I feel that, yeah, okay, I think I can spend the next maybe 2 years getting a master's program, and we'll come in here, your education changes from bachelor to master's degree. Master's degree, and you come down here and you change and you calculate your score. Now it's 410, and here you can see 449. So the total point now is now 449. So the total point here is now 449. Now, how else can we increase the point of this? How can we take it up to at least a 460 or a 470? Now, there are a lot of things you can do. Now, you've already gotten the highest point, your IELTS. What you now need to look at is you need to look at yourself and your partner. Now, if you're going as a married person, the person with a younger age will definitely have more score than the person with the older age. So what you should look at is, okay, even though I have my master's and I have these qualifications, what if my partner that is younger than me becomes the primary applicant? And even if she doesn't have a master's, she can go in and put in for a master's program, complete it, and use it to apply, while I just focus on the IELTS exam. So let's now change the age. Now, if I come down here and I put the age at, let's say the partner is 29 as at the time of applying. So she's 29 years old and she has a master's, or she has gone ahead to go for a master's program. And she has this score, and the husband too also has this score. And let's check if there's really any change here before we make another change again. So when I come back here, now you can see 479. So the score went up again from 449 to 479. And if you look at it here, the last express entry draw is what? 455. So with your 479 score that you have, you can apply straight for the Federal Express program to go to Canada. And that's the reason why your IELTS exam is very, very important. Now, what this assessment does is it helps you to compute to bring together different variations towards your application. Now, what you should be looking at is, the first priority you should look at is, how can I come into Canada under the Federal Express Entry Program? Now, the Federal Express Entry Program is the easiest, which is what I just did now. It's the easiest because it is direct and straightforward. Now, if after computing all various variables, you see that Federal Express Entry won't be possible, then you now start looking at other immigration pathways that you can be able to be a part of. So if you're not saying that you want to go through the provincial nomination, so the provincial nomination, you now start to look for, do I have any family contact in a province like what's it called, Manitoba, who can sponsor me to come and get additional points through it? Or is there a way I can get a job, even right here in Nigeria, I can get a job that that they will allow me, that they can give me the work permit to come over to Canada? Or can I go through the student program, saying that, okay, rather than me going through it, why don't I go to Canada to do my master's program or my PhD program? So those are the other variables, and that's why I always come out with various recommendations to let you, because I know that I'm not talking to a specific age group. Everybody belongs to different age groups, and as such, different programs will work for different people. But this is just the basic of it, and this video is just to stress why your IELTS is very, very important to you. So right now, as you're watching this video right now, if you would like to join the IELTS home study program, it's still going to be on at the discount price of $12,500. And if you know that you're interested in it, simply send an email back to me that you're interested in enrolling for the IELTS study program that I've created. It's normally it's 25,000 naira, but right now at this moment, for this period, it will be at a discounted price of 12,500. So what you just simply need to do is go to you can simply make let me just type in, where's my just want to post my account details here for you to see. So Notepad, online Notepad. So for those of you that are interested in joining the program, all what you just have to do is just make a transfer of 12,500 into this account, Sport Stream Marketing 02457429948. So once you've made the payment, just simply send an email to info@visaguycode.com. So once you send an email to me, just put it subject paid for the IELTS program. So once I receive this mail, I'll know that you've already made your payment. I'll confirm your name and then forward your video training to you. This is the best time for you to start to train yourself in understanding everything there is to know about IELTS, the writing, speaking, reading, and the listening. So it's very, very important for you to do that. So I hope you found this video useful, and I hope you make the best use of it.